Welcome back. It's time for a hashtag Fired Up feature. If you're new to the show, this is part of the show where we get you excited. It's part of the show where we grow, where we strive, where we rise. It's about, lifting ourselves up. It's a part of the show which is about creating waves that carry us and carry others along with us, whether it's families, communities, or workplaces. Real progress happens when we uplift those around us. And you guessed it. It's hashtag Fired Up with personal excellence mentor and CEO of Africa Muslims Agency. And I'm sure you know by now, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, he gives us this very, very wonderful segment where he gets us excited, revved up to go, and excited and ready to tackle whatever that stands in our way. And he has a really, really wonderful topic, and I think it's going to be an interesting one. He'll be talking about how a rising tide lifts all the ships. Bit of maritime knowledge there from Hafiz Imraan Choonara. Take a listen and get motivated.
Fantastic day today. Write this down and remember it. It's easy to write it down, but remember it. A rising tide lifts all the ships. Think about it. A rising tide lifts all the ships. When a tide in the ocean rises, it doesn't choose to lift only one ship. It would be weird, isn't it? The tide rises, but only one ship goes up, the others stay down. No. A rising tide lifts all the ships that tide carries. Why is it so important to understand? Because when you see other people in your industry or other people around you growing, stop being envious of them. Stop being resentful towards them. Stop competing against them. In your industry and work, if things are going well, a rising tide lifts all the ships. Now, if your company or you personally are not doing well while others around you are being lifted because the rising tide is lifting all the ships, then you need to be introspective and look at yourself. What are you doing to sink your own ship while everybody else is rising? Instead of blaming them, competing against them, being resentful towards them, being envious of them. Many of us, we forget that maybe there's a big hole in our ship and our ship is taking on water. And as the tide is rising, we're sinking while others are being lifted. And we wonder why, and we blame them, and we're envious and resentful of them, as if it's their fault that they're being lifted. No. We forget to look internally. So firstly, when you see your industry growing, when your family is succeeding, when people around you are growing, encourage them, believe in them, be happy for them, because as they get lifted, if you are in that environment too of goodness, you also get lifted if your heart is pure. If you've got no holes in your ship, if you've got no holes where you're taking on water, no big gaping weaknesses in your character, then you will also be lifted. But if you're not being lifted and others are, maybe there's a gaping hole in your character, and maybe you need to face that first. And when you fix that, you will be lifted with the rising tide.